Hello there everybody and welcome to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. This is a grand strategy game by Paradox Interactive Software, something. It is probably my favourite strategy game, maybe ever, to be honest. It is brilliant. It's like the other grand strategy games except you're a dude instead of a country, which makes sense, I suppose. You're always like the ruler of the country in the other ones, but in this one you really are just the guy. Anyway, I've got a few series on the go, so you may be wondering why you're doing this. I'm doing this because the new expansion, DLC, whatever you want to call it, came out today, maybe? I don't know. Either way, so yeah, gotta make videos. Plus, to the people who've seen my other videos, you may notice a marked increase, or distinct decrease, in the sound quality. That is because my microphone broke. And I have bought a new one. A good one. Hopefully. Maybe. Probably not. To be honest, I have no idea how to use this bloody thing, hence why I'm doing it with a new series instead of an old one, so I don't screw up one that's already made. I can just redo this. I can't replay half a bloody Bioshock Infinite if that goes tits up. Either way. Ooh, get to start 200 years before. Great. So if I go all the way to the end, this LP gets to be a good 200 years longer, which probably constitutes another 50 fucking episodes. I don't know. Anyway, you may notice these symbols. These are the DLCs I have. Also, I have like skin packs and things, I don't know. We have all of them. We have the Sword of Islam, so the Arab states are going to do stuff. I don't know, I never really play with them. Invade them a bit, that's quite fun. The Legacy of Rome, so the Byzantines will be up to this stuff and add some things. Sunset Invasion, if this lasts to, I've never seen it, but I've heard it's around 1200 maybe, something like that. We get invaded by the Aztecs, so that'll be fun, just in case we were doing too good. We have the Republic DLC, so there should be places like Venezia and Genoa. Oh no, probably that's a kingdom right now. What? Oh, what do you know? We're still a kingdom at this period. I could have sworn. Yeah, it's part of the Holy Roman Empire by the original 1066 start, but the 867 start. Ooh, I'm gonna have to learn a whole new set of things. Oh God, there's none of old Spain's gone. France is broken up. England's broken up. Look at that. Wessex, Mercia, Jorvik. Hold on, can I add a decade or two? No, apparently not. What? I'm supposed to add years to it. I'm not really. What am I? Huh. Okay, apparently if you start at the old gods, it does not like you changing the date. This is good to know. Anyway, we've now got the most recent one, the Old Gods DLC. What does that do? Well, the first one gave the Arab States stuff, then Byzantines and little republics. Now we get Vikings, essentially, which sounds pretty damn cool, I think. So what do we want to do? I mean, in Crusader Kings 2, there's a number of options. If I go back to one I'm a bit more familiar with, there's always a number of options. For instance, you could just play Harold Godwin, King of England, and if you did that, you would get kicked out by either Duke William or King Harold Hardrada. Trust me, there was supposedly a way you could win. I never found it. It's bloody impossible. But you don't have to play as the ruler of England. No, no, no. You can play as the... No, he owns that. Hold on. The Duke of... How much does this man own? Right, the Earl of Cornwall. You could play as the Earl of Cornwall, because apparently the king owned everything else. There we go, or the Duke of York. Duke of York's a good example. You could play him, and he'd own so much. He owns this much. So it's quite powerful, and the thing is, he would survive the transition to Duke William, unless you tried to rebel, in which case you would get ruffle stomped. Because seriously, they never win. If William takes it, he keeps it for at least a while. The Yorks and the Lancasters always attack you pretty early on, but it's pretty easy to beat off. Then everybody else starts to get pissy and you lose it. But anyway, so we have a few choices. We could play as the entire nation of Oh God, help me. Which way up is that? Svip... Svipjod. Oh God, help me. If there's anybody from Scandinavia watching, I sincerely apologise in advance. Oh God, help me. Trondelag. Normedal. Nordland. Oh, that sounds good. Fortunately, it's a single independent county, and I most likely would get destroyed. Actually, these all appear to be independent. Interesting. Oh no, this one's got a few territories. I kind of feel like, seeing as there's so many single county areas, I should probably start as a single county. Feel almost cheating to be the king of Yngling. So what's this called? No, Oslander. Oh, that's the dynasty. Right, my mistake. Or Svipjod. I'm gonna have to destroy this at some point just so I don't have to pronounce it anymore. So what do I do? Or shall I be the... Oh, damn it. The Roggenvalder of Trondlag. No, hold on, the umlaut means a... Roggen... or the Erg... No. Can't pronounce it. Can't pronounce it. Can't pronounce it. Bjorgolf of Nordland? Well, I can pronounce it. Unfortunately, he looks very old, which is not a good way to start. If you die soon, it is problems. Rogaland, how old's he? 27? That looks doable. Ooh, a bit difficult, but yeah, maybe Telemark. Let's just go off how cool the Telemark dynasty, the Agda dynasty, Rogaland, Hordaland, Tronda. You know what, I'm kind of feeling Trondelag. This isn't... I don't... pronunciations. Yep, I'm going to be the Roggenvalder of Trondelag. I am of the Tronde dynasty. I am... Oh, that's my name, Roggenvalder. Yeah, right, yeah, let's do it. That's a cool symbol anyway, I like that. Let's go. Take a sip of drink now, because I'm going to have to start explaining things. Oh, everything's different. Also, have they added things? I'm not really sure if they've... looks the same, looks the same, looks the same. Looks pretty much the same. Oh no, this is new. This is new. Invest in light infantry, cost 90 out of 100. 90 out of 100 what? Oh, they said something about... They said something about research updates. I think it works off points. I have to... Yeah, I have to get points, right. That'll... This will turn up later. I don't know. If you're watching this, I'm going to assume you roughly have some vague idea what Crusader Kings 2 is about, but just in case, I'll go over everything really quickly. Council, people, they do things. Laws, get to change the... Oh, Gavelkind, seriously? How do I change the succession laws? Apparently I can't. Brilliant. Gavelkind means your territories are split between your kids, which means I may need to kill Tor. Otherwise he's going to steal Hrolf's shit. Technology, useful, I suppose. The military, yes. You can have retinues, which are standing armies. Very small at this stage in the game, they'll get bigger later. You can get army levies, just raise them from the territories, you get them. I do not have many, I do not like this. I may have to hire some mercenaries. Holy crap, they're expensive. Well, if I can save up, what, 70? I'll get the Lappish to come help me take something over. That could work. And fleets are just the same. Intrigue. I can have plots. Right now, the only possible plot is to kill my marshal. Apparently I don't like him. Maybe I'll do that. There's a few different things I can do. Holy Great Blot is new. Sacrifice to the gods. I can't imagine that's particularly useful. Maybe it makes people like me more. I don't know. Oh Lord, I've got a bloody bastard. Oh, that's going to come down back Hurt me. Right. Runestones. Make people like me. Oh my god, I've got 3 bastards. No. Wait, are they actually mine? They're mine. Ah, damn it. Hallard Roggenvalderson, Einar Roggenvalderson, and Roland Roggenvalderson. Yeah, considering it's Gavel kind, they're not getting legitimised. They may come back to try and kill me, which would not be good. Well, that's new. And mark people of interest. Right, so this is the one I care about. He has no stats and he hates me. Brilliant. Could try and get him betrothed to somebody. There's no particularly good options right now by the looks of it. Spy Master, Seer. Yeah, I won't be doing any of that. So what we've got here, these are the important things. These are always the important things. Right now we are unmarried and we do not have an ambition. I aspire to become King of Norway. That would be, well, let's see what that would take. Dual Kingdoms. Norway? Not in this man's lifetime. That's a lot to take over, so, no. Improve Intrigue. Useful. It'll take a while. Learning. Take far too long. Right, none of this, none of this, none of this. Get married. That's doable. Right. Who can we get married to? Pordon, Seer of Man. From the Flatniffer clan. Norse. Scholarly Theologian. Ooh, lower fertility? Actually, that might not be bad, considering I really, really don't want any more kids. Yeah, he'll do. There we go. That'll deal with itself in a minute. And now, I believe... Oh, no, gotta do the council. Right, so, what have we got here? Improve diplomatic relationships, fabricate claims, or sow dissent. Now, that's interesting. Firstly, I need to find out... subjugation of Norway. Pagans are allowed to subjugate other pagan rulers once per 10 years with the Become King ambition. There is no such time limit against targets within the kingdom. Ah, interesting. So if I pick the Become King ambition, I will be allowed to just attack. Just go crazy and take over Norway. I imagine that could be a problem. As in, people might not like that and might try and stop me. But it's good to know that if ever I feel I'm strong enough to take over the rest of Norway, I can just go for it. So I'll remember that. Takes or vassalizes all titles held. So, if you become a vassal, I won't actually take it. Now that's interesting because if I fabricate a claim, I'll simply take the county, which is much more useful because then I don't have to deal with a vassal, because vassals have needs and shout at me about things. In fact, you know what? Let's fabricate a claim on Hordeland. Hopefully we'll just get a claim and then we'll be able to take it and keep it for ourselves. The garrison's 225, that is... barely doable. I'll have to look into that. We may have to upgrade some stuff. That is expensive. How much for a 150 and get another 90 troops? We'll look into these things. We'll look into these things. We may have to just wait like 20 odd years just to have enough money to build up enough troops to do something. I vaguely recall hearing something about calling people to arms, but that takes things and I haven't seen an option for it yet, so I don't know what it takes. Anyway, suppress revolts, train troops, research military tech. Well, we don't have revolts and we don't need to train troops yet. Economy tech, oversee construction, collect taxes. As much as I'd like economy tech, I think I just need money. Just take money. We need to have more money than this dude so we can build more men than this dude and it'll work that way. Now this is interesting. We could just send the spy master to maybe go steal tech from the Byzantines, who are the most technologically advanced at this period. Or we could... See, normally I just have them scheme, which makes sure nobody's plotting to, you know, murder me or my friends or the friends of my friends or the friends of my enemies, the enemies of my friends. Complications, I don't know. But at this point, we're only one county. And despite the fact everybody hates me, I don't think there's really going to be an issue. So, yeah, good luck in Constantinople. It will stick out like a sore Viking thumb, but yeah, that's probably not going to go down well. Anyway, last one. See a weekend of proselytize, is how I think you say it, which is converting provinces to your religion, which in this case is actually more interesting than and then improve religious relations, cultural day, which in this case is more interesting than the original game, because in the original game, where is religion? Right. Yes, in the original game, everything is Catholic. Literally, if you're in this, you're Catholic. If you're in this, you're Orthodox, and then you're Muslim if you're down here. In this case, Norse is a significant thing, Slavic is a considerable thing, Romover is a significant thing, as in it's a powerful religion at this point. Not so much anymore. And so, it's actually vaguely possible we could just turn everything Norse. In fact, if you take a look, even one of the provinces of Britain is Norse. I mean, I imagine not for very long. It'll get taken over by one of these things eventually. It appears to be an independent state. Yeah, Jorvik. They're going to get taken by Mercia or too small Northumberland. I wonder if it gets renamed. Anyway, so have we settled our people? Oh, we have not. No, I need to... right, so we don't need to proselytise anybody, I don't think, because we're fine. So instead, just research cultural tech, which I think has a chance of causing heretics, but there's no better thing to do. So unpause the game. Oh, 5 messages already. Oh, no, it's just people being sent to do things. Right. Let's speed this up a little bit. We should get the marriage thing soon. There we go. 50 prestige. Now this is interesting because I know money I could eventually just use to upgrade barracks and training grounds and things like that to get more troops. Prestige, there is something in this damn update that lets me call people to arms. That isn't it. Is it? I don't think it's under Norse, so that's interesting. I may have to look into how this whole holy sites things works. There's a way somehow to call a load of people into help, and I do not know what it is. Maybe it's talk to myself. Is there a concubine, dependence, but no. There's a way to do it, and I'm pretty sure it costs prestige to do it. Who's my ally? The Chief of Man. There's my father-in-law. So, yeah. Norse pagan. Norse heathenry is the last surviving branch of the ancient Germanic belief system. A pantheon of gods under the wise warrior god Odin rules all the branches of the world tree, Yggdrasil. Is that a thing from World of Warcraft? I don't know. The other 2 main gods are Thor, friend to mankind, and Frey, god of fertility. Defining features in game. Throws it out of the lore there. Can perform coastal raids anywhere. Useful. Fleets can navigate major rivers. Interesting. Rulers can prepare invasions. Now that's what I want, but I don't know how to do that. I'm not sure I can do it against other Norse rulers. That might be it. Low-tech non-pagans have very low supply limits in pagan countries. Can declare subjugation wars against all the pagans. That's good to know. Rulers are limited to gavel-kind succession. There it is. So that's interesting. I can never become a primogenitor until I convert to Catholic. If I choose to convert to Catholic, which means I'll be stuck on gavel-kind, which is not so bad early. Actually, it's not so bad mid-game. Early game, if I get more counties, they'll end up split between my people. Theoretically, as long as I can keep a high up, like one decent duchy under the main dude, then it'll all still be within my realm. But if I can't, I'll lose it, which is annoying. And mid-game it's not so much a problem because, you know, if you have like one kingdom, then everything stays within you anyway. You just lose a few counties. Fracturing is a problem, but it's controllable. Late game could be a problem because then you can't take two kingdoms unless you can have an empire, which causes issues, serious issues. So I can never have a really big thing unless there's actually, what is the, oh god, I forgot this was here. Great. What is the empire? Scandinavia. See, kingdoms. Norway, Sweden and Finland. If I took two, would I be allowed... I need to go through the things, which is in the de jure. Empire of Scandinavia, right. You need to hold 2 kingdom titles and 400 piety and 80% of the counties. Yeah, see, I could have 2 kingdoms, but before I got 80% of the counties, the chances are I'd die and it'd be all split up. I'm not sure empires as Norse is possible. It's obviously possible, but you'd have to take a ridiculous amount of stuff really, really quickly in order to do it. That's tough. Alternatively, make sure you have one son. Just keep killing the rest off, or doing whatever it takes to ensure they don't inherit. There might be other ways to do it apart from just outright murdering children. You don't need to murder them as children. Go wait till they grow up, then murder them. Much more civilised. Anyway, so that's interesting. In the meantime, just take the gold. I need gold. I always need gold. Interesting things to think about late game. I may need to convert to Catholicism, which I assume in like a couple of 100 years there'll probably be some sort of option of, you know, the popes come calling, do you fancy turning Catholic? And which would also be good because it would being Catholic would give me casus belli against all these other pagans. So I could very quickly then start to take 80% of the counties. And with primogeniture I could keep as much as I need within my own dude. And I could probably make a Scandinavian empire. Let's call that late game, by the way. That's a very, very late game. You're talking, this is hundreds of years worth of planning. One of the reasons why I like this game. You don't just take everything, you need to think about it. You need to think very, very hard about it and think really far ahead about it. You can't just do it. Also, the game wants to screw you over. Just when you're on the cusp of it, you just die and everything gets split up and it all goes horribly wrong. Anyway, ambition is too interesting, but I don't have anywhere near the troops. Become exalted as men 1,000? Yeah, no, I won't get that. I also won't get that. I have a daughter? 10 piety if I get it. To be honest, I think I'd be better off just improving my martial ability. Occasionally what this will do is just give me options to say, you know, your dude's come round and said, do you want a bit of training in martial? And yeah, we'll spar a bit and he'll either kill me or I'll get some martial ability, which is good because that allows me to command better, which means I get more prestige for commanding, and there's all sorts of bonuses. Plus it's a pretty sizable reward actually if I finish it. And if I only wanted the reward I'd probably go for intrigue because it's a lot cheaper, but it's probably fine. Anyway, I keep saying anyway, I don't actually know what I'm doing. Oh, I know, I wanted to see what happens if I... Is this some sort of conquest? Where is that prepare invasion thing? I want that. Oh, there it is. 500 bloody hell. Wait, what? It says I need at least 500 and at least 1,000. And apparently they've already been targeted for an invasion. What? Oh, what do you know? People are attacking them. Oh, is this right when the Vikings were attacking Britain? Interesting. I'm not a part of this, am I? Nope. She don't have any more troops. This would actually be a good chance to like run in and try and steal some stuff off people. So he's attacking Suyar and Shayland. Where are they? Oh god, I can't turn my head to try and see all the different names. I have no idea where they are. They're somewhere. So I need, I'm going to assume 500 prestige because that 1,000 can't be right. in order to prepare an invasion, which I think calls other people to help me, maybe. But anyway, I can just do basic conquests and steal coastal cities, which is interesting. I've never seen a particularly weakened one, but I'll need a lot more troops before I do that. Like, a lot. I'm imagining even places like this have... Like, garrisons are really small back then. This is, when you think about it, think about like World War One. What, 50,000 people died at the Somme? That's probably more soldiers that's in the entirety of the UK here. That's 200, 500. Yeah, the world was bigger back then. A lot less people. These models are really cool. Anyway, are we ready to unpause again? I think we are. In fact, you know what we are ready to do? Call it an episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Let's play Crusader Kings 2 The Old Gods as, let's try this one more time, Roggenvalder of Trondelag. I'll see you next time.